I've been thinking, and bear with me because it's complicated, but when do you think the story of loss and damage starts? Some people believe it started with the Industrial Revolution, at the birth of the climate crisis, when steam engines first roared into life and factories first belched thick black smoke into the sky. With the invention of the car, the plane and the train, and with the rise of big oil, coal and gas, a carbon crisis caused by mass consumption, made worse by 30 years of inaction. And to others, loss and damage is more than an issue of climate crisis. It's a problem rooted in centuries of colonialism and inequality. A story of structural vulnerability played out to this day, and that sees communities, countries, and individuals disproportionately impacted, disproportionately unprotected, and disproportionately indebted. A crisis not caused by carbon alone, but by racism, violence, and exploitation. And you know what? I can't help but think that it's both things entangled, two sides of the same coin that see those with least responsibility bearing the biggest burden. Inseparable stories that shape our present day, our climate change reality, our moment of polycrisis. But recently, I've started to think more about not where the story of loss and damage starts, but where it ends. Because loss and damage is not just about what has been lost and what has been damaged. It's about transformation. It's about ensuring that every human, every species, and every ecosystem has what it needs to thrive and not just survive. And in this way, I see that it's all linked to system change, because to really address loss and damage and to end the climate crisis, we need to do things differently. So that means no more business as usual, no more fossil fuels, and no more delays. But you already know all that. But what I think it really comes down to is not just political will, but political courage. Courage like the leadership of the countries on the front lines of the climate crisis. Courage like the thousands of people taking to the streets, demanding climate action from governments moving too slowly. And courage like all the little changes people are making every day to the way they live and the way they think. So let me ask you this. Where does the story of loss and damage end? With destruction or transformation? Because we don't need to settle for a world that's lost or damaged. We have a choice. Did you know that?